Good evening, everyone. It's your guy JD. Hope all is well. Love and light, guys. Today, guys, I have a interview for you guys. I told you I had something brewing up for you, so I have my guy Brooklyn Nomad here. Brooklyn Nomad is a new YouTuber. His YouTube channel has skyrocketed. I'm talking about within the last month or so, and he's actually out here in Asia. And I wanted to talk to him about, pretty much comparisons in terms of, the differences. I'm sorry, between Dominican Republic and Philippines, investing, relationships, dating. So I'm just pretty much going to get his perspective on things, and I'm going to give him the floor so that he can introduce himself to the viewers and pretty much, give the viewers, a little bit about himself. So you got the platform. Go ahead, my brother. It's on you.
All right, first I want to say thank you, Mr. JD. I appreciate you. I still value you as my mentor, even though you say you're not. Let's start there, right? Okay. Well, Brooklyn Nomad, that's me. My channel, what can I tell you about? Well, my channel is just basically me about retirement, enjoying life, and if I'm enjoying life and I'm just a simple man, other people should be able to do it too. That's
Mm,
all. Easy on the dollar, without going broke or breaking the bank.
right, right.
It's just about enjoying life.
Okay.
But okay, yeah.
So,
Gotta
okay,
excuse my
so
chickens, man.
yeah, I hear him in the background. So I see the palm trees in the background. So,
Yeah,
so yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah,
looks really, really nice and peaceful back there, man.
yeah.
That's
And
what
look,
that's.
I don't know if you can see it. That's the guy. They building my house,
Oh
but they
wow.
carrying the cement bags.
Oh, see, so yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about, man. Because I mean, you're doing big things. I mean, you're building a home in Dominican Republic. You're building a home in Philippines. You have an apartment in DR. So you're doing a lot. You're doing big things. So I
Right.
really wanted to ask you. So first off, what made you start traveling to Dominican Republic?
Uh, the simple story is had a friend of mine, older dude, about 10 years my senior. He was hitting DR. You know how we do, how people
Yeah.
do. He was hitting DR for like 10 years straight, and he had a travel buddy. His buddy
Hmm.
wound up getting married. He lost his partner. He hold on. All right, you got me.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got you.
you hear me? Okay. All
Yeah, I
right.
can hear you.
So
Okay.
yeah. So when his buddy couldn't travel no more, he asked me to go to the DR with him, continue, whatever. I go
Hmm.
down to DR the first time, fall in love with DR. Just
Okay.
just DR. We ain't talking about women, whatever. I'm
Uh-huh.
talking about food, culture, atmosphere, all
Hmm.
that good stuff. Fall in love with that. Next thing I know, I'm trying to find me a little Airbnb to stay, permanently, or
Hmm.
rent an apartment, and that's what took me from not really being interested to just being like, yo, DR is gonna be my home.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So
So
that's how that jump started.
okay. Okay, so
And that's
you
been, I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. That was 3 years back when I
okay.
started going to the DR, like hard. Yeah,
Okay.
about 3 years back.
All right.
Yeah.
So that was the question I was going to ask you. So
Yeah.
you say that that was 3 years ago. So how many times did you travel to DR to, after deciding, okay, you know what? I want to invest.
Ooh. Uh yeah, sorry. So I would say after about the second time, to be real. Like, okay, we went down there right before COVID hit, right?
Okay. Mhm.
We went down there 2 times. Right before the COVID hit, I was down there already 2 times.
Mhm.
The third time, COVID kicked off. And I remember I was sitting at the hotel. We was downstairs drinking beer or whatever. It was at night.
Uh-huh.
And they sound alarms, man. It was wild. They sound the alarms like all foreigners need to leave the country
Oh wow.
because of COVID. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we had to actually evacuate, but what they did is all foreigners could fly out, all locals had to stay. And that's how
Okay.
they made sure all the foreigners got out, which was it was organized. I mean, be a
Okay.
third world country, they was on point, right?
Uh-huh.
It wasn't no mass panic or nothing. So during COVID, that what I'm gonna say that to 9 months locked in the house, can't do
Mm-hmm.
nothing. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I was like, that was time to reflect. That was the reflection time.
Okay.
So when they finally started opening up all the borders to everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere in the world,
Right.
yeah, that's when I was like, it's time to go.
Well, it seemed like DR never closed. I mean, they had shut down for a little bit, just a tiny bit. Because
Yeah, yeah,
I went during COVID, not once. I
yeah,
think about twice. But this was after they had started.
yeah.
When they lifted the restrictions of people traveling in and out. But yeah, they were they
Right.
were
Well, they
they were
did.
one of the first. Yeah. So okay,
Yeah, they did
so
it. Well, you know what I'm saying, when they did the initial hard shutdown,
uh-huh.
when they did that hard shutdown, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like for 9 months, I didn't make a move because I
Okay.
still was a little scared, skeptical, and I didn't want to get stranded nowhere. Like, because
Mm-hmm.
that's back when when the people couldn't get off the ships and stuff.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
wasn't trying to make a move, even though they was like, you can fly. I was like, oh hell, no, no, I ain't
yeah.
going.
I ain't
I
mad
need to
at
make
you.
sure that I can move back and forth.
Back and forth. Right. Facts. Facts.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So now that you've been traveling there for 3 years, you decided to invest in the Dominican Republic. So tell me, what was the investment part like, purchasing? How was the process for you? Was it an easy process? Did you
Uh,
find it hard? Like, because everybody's situation is different when purchasing in Dominican Republic. So explain to me your process. How did
all
it
right.
work for you?
Well, I got to throw this plug in there about my page. All right, about Brooklyn Nomads page. One thing I'm all for, and you know this, JD, is I like giving people the nuggets straight up, being
Mhm.
transparent with them, right?
Mhm.
So, I don't like to hold back. Like I said, I look at us as the little man, and I like, if I could do it, you could do it. I'm gonna give you the blueprint so you can run with it.
Mhm.
So I met this lawyer. I ain't gonna lie, little shorty, this lawyer
Uh huh.
that was like, yo, you can invest, in the DR.
Okay.
So by the time I hit the ground running, when I came back to the DR, I hit the ground running. I was already like my earlier videos. I was already Puerto Plata, Costanza, Javacoa. I was all over DR looking for
Okay.
land.
Uh huh.
Right? That's how I first started. I was looking for land because I wanted to build a house.
Mhm.
And as I was doing all that back and forth, I was going down there like every 6 weeks.
Mhm.
The lawyer turned around and she said, "What did you think about a condo? Right? It's already built, it's ready to go, or like it's almost built, like
Mhm.
80%. And all you got to do is pay into it." So she found me a nice condo, and back 3 years ago, condos was 45. When I got mine, it was 45.
Wow.
And the process was easy.
Mm.
Um, I was like, what do I need? What do I need for this condo? They was like, your passport and cash. You need to know my credit, passport and cash. Yo, you need to know where I work, what I do, passport and cash.
Mhm.
That was requirements.
Uh
Every
huh.
time I asked them a stupid question, passport and cash. I was
Yeah.
like, damn. So basically, DR, mostly if you're trying to buy anything, car, condo, start a house, whatever, dealing with
Mhm.
they banks, they want 20% down.
Okay.
That's it, cash, 20%, right?
Mhm.
Not 60, 40s, all that. So my condo cost me 45. I put 10 grand down.
Uh
It
huh.
took about 8-month process to do everything back and forth, lawyers,
Uh huh.
paperwork, documents, put it all in my name.
Okay.
I put 10,000 down. They gave me a 20-year mortgage. if I pay it off early, it's gonna hit me in the head with all that interest. So
Okay.
after 3 years, you can pay it off, and you ain't gotta worry about no more interest. But they want interest off you for the first 3 years.
Okay, so you're basically saying,
And I jumped on that. Yeah.
yeah, that was a good deal. I mean, you're not at now you definitely gotta
Mm.
not gonna find anything for 45,000 anywhere. So okay, so
Right, right.
when you said 20% down, you had to put 20% down of the 45,000.
Okay. Well, yes. You got a comment here. I know I shouldn't be looking at your comments, but the guy did ask, "Where did you buy it?" I got mine in Santo Domingo. Yeah.
Haitian
So
gunman, what's going on, my brother? Okay, so you said you put 20% down, so it was 20% of the 45,000, which came out to 10 grand. Okay, so
okay.
after you said it took about 8 months, 8 months of everything, and then you got your original documents and titles and all of that for the apartment, right? Am I correct?
Well, yeah. Everything. Only thing I don't have right now is the deed.
Okay.
Because I'm still paying on it, right?
Right,
So
right.
um everything else I got, all the keys to the house,
Mm-hmm.
everything. They gave me the what you call it, renters insurance or homeowner insurance. All
Okay.
that is all kicked in there with it, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They take care of everything for you.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice. So
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so after you put the $10,000 down, you said the mortgage would be over 25 years, correct?
Right. Well, it was 20 years, 20-year mortgage.
Okay, so what would be your monthly payments after that?
Well, my monthly payments in pesos came out to 23,900 pesos.
Okay.
Back then, that was equivalent to $457 a month.
Uh huh.
Keyword is back then,
Right, because the
because our dollar
currency.
have gone stronger. Yeah,
Right,
because our
right.
dollar is stronger. I I still pay 23.9, but now I'm paying 404 a month
Okay,
presently. So
okay.
I always pay 23,000 pesos,
Uh huh.
but because our dollar's stronger, I'm paying what, like $57 less. So I'm saving
Okay.
$57. Yeah,
Got it. Got it.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If that makes
So
sense.
I
Yeah.
It
They
does. It does. So
yeah.
after you bought the apartment, I guess that transition went well. So is that what made you decide to say this went smooth. Let me go ahead and buy some land. What made you decide to buy land after purchasing the apartment?
Well, in the US, the one thing that I say we can never get more of, you can't get more of, you always can have more money, more
Hmm.
children, you can get different women. Let's just throw that out there, right?
Hmm.
Different cars. Land. That's the only thing we can't have. So in the US, I was already into buying land, flipping land, all that other stuff. Right. I
Hmm.
was already doing that in my lifetime. So now that I was established in the DR community, that's when I could actually go down there and take my time
Hmm.
and really start looking at my land. Instead of flying down, stay in a hotel for a little bit, have to run back. I could go down there. I got my spot. Now I can let me check out these real neighborhoods, day, nighttime, for
Hmm.
3 weeks, stuff like that. And
Right.
I was already focused for land. It was just it let me be more in tune to fine tune everything to get the right spot for me.
Right. Right.
And
Which makes sense.
yeah,
Which makes sense. So for
yeah.
somebody who is looking to make that transition, looking to invest in DR, what would you recommend them? What would you recommend?
Um, well, it's just like in America, Again, like I said, you gotta you gotta put the time in and the work. Like, is this where I really want to be? Because
Hmm.
sometimes just like when you're looking for a new apartment, you go in the neighborhood in the daytime and you like, oh, this is right. It's right by the
Hmm.
store, the bank, the mall, the trains, whatever it is, right? I can get
Right.
back and forth. and I can do everything. But when nighttime hit, you got the chickens and the goats, right? They blasting music, and you like, why did I move here? So you got to do your homework for that day and night. The only
Mm-hmm.
bad thing is nighttime. You don't want to be out in the DR, and in some areas, you know how that go. In the DR,
Right.
you don't want to be out at night,
Mm-hmm.
so you really don't know how it is. So, but unless you in that community, then you can kind of
Feel it
see how
out.
it flow. Yeah,
Right. Right.
yeah, right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
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 that
now that you
that's
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, like I said, that's just a given. There's it's just it take a little bit more work than you want to, especially if you flying back and forth. But you got to put that work in because at the end of the day, you making that spot your residence,
Right.
or your second
Hello,
home,
hello,
whatever
honey
you want to
bee.
call it.
Yeah, I always tell people if you're looking to invest out there, I tell people try to spend no less than a month. Feel it out, travel
Mhm.
around. That way you kind of get a feel of things. And then at that point, you can make that
There
decision
we go.
where pretty much where you want to be. You know what I mean? Um, yeah,
Right.
that's what I would advise. So now that you don't bought your apartment, you got the land, you're pretty much settled because you're back and forth. So tell me, what was your experience like in terms of the women and the culture there? Like, tell me about that.
Uh, I caught this on your live, man, but it's true. Um, just being a foreigner, just
Uh-huh.
having that, I call it blue diamond, right? The blue
Mhm.
diamond, the passport. Just walking into the city, any city in the DR, just
Mhm.
coming in the city. The women are inviting. They friendly. If you speak Spanish, oh, you in there. You know,
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
got a little bit of, hola como está on you. They gonna talk to you. They'll stop on the street, in the grocery store.
Mhm.
The women definitely easy on the eyes, and they'll welcome you. They'll strike up a conversation in a minute.
Oh
They
yeah.
they don't
Oh
mind.
yeah.
They they won't make the first move,
Mhm.
but they'll give you the eye contact to let you know you need to make
Yeah,
a
yeah.
move
They'll
properly.
smile,
You
give
know?
some
Yeah,
kind of a gesture to
yeah.
let you
They
know
will.
it's okay.
You
Yeah.
ain't second guessing is she interested or not. She's
Ex-
on point. There's the women's signs, the cat calling.
mhm.
Remember the cartoon, the the skunk who always looked like a cat, right?
You're not talking about Tom and
People,
Jerry? Tom
no,
and
no,
Jerry?
no. What's his name? Something LePew, that stink skunk. How he
Uh-huh.
always chasing the women, right? It's kind of like him. It's like they let you know, like, yo, like how he was always on the women.
Uh-huh.
They coming at you like that, where they what you call it? They flossing to let you know, or peacocking. The women
Uh-huh.
peacock. They let you know, hey,
Yeah.
hey, come
Yeah.
talk to me. Yeah,
I mean
peacocking. That's the word.
I've definitely had that experience. Just going. It no matter where you at. You could be at the supermarket. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
I'm pretty much getting bagged at the supermarket. And I'm like, whoa.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm sure a
Yeah.
lot of men that don't travel to DR, and when they finally do, and they experience that, it's a cultural shock for them because that's not something that we're used to or accustomed to, as I should say.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So okay, so now that you have invested,
Honey,
yeah,
yeah.
let me read some of these comments. Haitian Gummin, great live, very informative. I appreciate you, Haitian Gummin. I appreciate you, Honey BB. This is what I'm waiting for, the duo. Appreciate you, Honey BB. Appreciate you. As a matter of fact, we got four
Me
people on
too.
the live, so I'm gonna need y'all to hit them likes, everybody, hit them likes. All right, so
Yeah.
now that you pretty much established yourself in Dominican Republic, you travel a lot. You
Right.
are. I'm gonna call you the travel mogul because you be all over, man. And what made you decide to travel to Asia and even invest in Asia? Like, how did you? What what made you go from DR to Asia, man? Like, yeah.
All right. So best way I can explain it is traveling to me is like getting a tattoo. You can't have just one.
Mm.
That
Mm.
that's how we gonna start it off, right? You can't
Uh-huh.
have just one. Hey, mama, how you doing? That's my best friend right there, right? Yeah. She makes some of my videos, right? Dang. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got all the kids out here coming. Uh, okay. Bye bye. I got all the kids here on come to visit me. So, so here in the Philippines, that's number one. Everybody is friendly. I got to
Uh-huh.
give them that.
Mhm.
Everybody's friendly. Um, but getting back to it. Oh my God. Okay, let the crying stop for a minute. Mama took her away. All right. So what it is um Jay, you know how I roll, how I travel. Let's
Mhm.
just say I got extra miles. I got extra miles that I built up over the years, and
Mhm.
I'm able to roll different ways, right?
Right.
So most of my boys, co-workers, they was already hitting uh Asia, period.
Okay.
Asia, Africa, they was doing that. So I was small fish. I'm
Uh-huh.
up there with my little DR and Colombia on my chest, and I thought I was doing something. And
Mhm.
then they pulled me to the side and they was like, yo, we got some places you're not going to, you need to go.
Mhm.
So they pulled my coattails and I decided pull the trigger. I ain't had no boys wanting to fly out there with me. So that's
That's
how I came up
always
with the name Brooklyn
no
Nomad, because I
mad.
started going by myself.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I YouTube, I research, okay, let me know what I'm gonna do before I go out there. So I hit Asia, and first spot was Thai. I
Okay.
hit Thailand.
Mm.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this. I hit Thailand 2010. I
Okay.
was married. I went with the wife,
Mm.
right?
Mhm.
And we had a ball. That's all
And
I can tell you.
Thailand is lit, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's lit.
yeah, it's lit.
Yes.
It's lit.
We we had we had a ball, and that was back in 2010. So now you fast forward after COVID,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
And now I'm not married.
Mm.
So you do the math.
Right.
You do the math,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like, I'm on my way. I'm a set a course, and now that I got everything established and set up in DR, now I'm gonna start hitting these Asian countries, and that's how
Okay.
I started flowing out that way. Started back with
Okay.
I hit Thailand first, and then every gradually Japan, Hong Kong,
Mhm.
Philippines,
Uh-huh.
So I would do like that. So every time you go, you add some extra to the repertoire. That's the word,
Nice,
repertoire. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I just want to
Uh-huh.
shout out a few of my peoples in here. Hungry Baba, what's going on, my brother? Shout you out, bro. Hungry Baba is actually from Pakistan. So I told
Pakistan.
you,
Yeah.
yeah, I got my Pakistani people here, bro. So we definitely got to
Right.
make some moves
Okay.
out there. We got some connections here, bro. We got some connections. So
Hey, if I'm sorry,
he
let me put this in there. If he send me something on my IG, we
uh-huh.
we can work out something if you want and go to Pakistan, man. I'm dying to go out there one
I'm dying,
time.
bro. I'm dying. It's been on my
Yeah.
bucket list. I got Hungry Baba, and then I got another brother that I work with. He lives in Karachi. He lives in
Okay.
Karachi. Hungry Baba, what part of Pakistan you live in, bro? Let me know.
Hmm.
But yeah, okay. So yeah, and actually, Haitian Gunman had a question. I don't want to skip over him. He said, do you experience any scams along the way? If so, please explain. Thanks. Any scams where? Are you talking? Well, we'll just say it's scam. You experience these scams in DR or even Asia, for that matter.
All right. Well, they got they as a foreigner, you're getting scammed everywhere.
That's
All,
facts.
all of us when you come in the country, any country, the first time, from the time you get off the plane, there's a scam,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the taxi scam. There's always the taxi scam where you know it's kind of unwritten rule or the foreigner tax I call it. Let's say it costs you. I'm gonna give you in dollars. Let's say it costs you over there $10 to get to your hotel, but
Mm-hmm.
because you're a foreigner, they just told you it's 45.50,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of scam. And you
Mm-hmm.
don't know no better. When you first get there, you pay that money.
Right.
Same thing in Asia, right? Asia, Africa. I've been there. All other spots, it's the same thing. But once you start frequenting it, then you realize it wasn't 45, 50, 10, or because you're a foreigner, they'll give you a little pushback. Maybe you got to pay 15 or $19, something like that. And
Yeah.
okay, I'll eat that. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't busting me in the head for 50 no more. So
Right.
you got those scams on, and then you got like in Asia, the damn but I don't even mess with them, the jet ski scams
Oh yeah, I
where
experienced that in
the
Thailand,
jet
and well, I didn't, I
yeah, the
didn't,
jet
I
skis
didn't
be damaged.
experience. Yeah, I didn't experience it,
Yeah,
but I had my
yeah,
homie and I, we had did our research before going down to Phuket, and
yeah,
if anybody that goes to Phuket, stay clear from the jet skis because what happens is they'll rent the jet skis out to you, and then once you return them, they'll scam and say you messed up the jet ski or you broke it, you know what I mean? And this is how they get foreigners, and then you end up having to pay. So
right.
I did my research before I went there. So when we at the beach and they propositioning us to rent the skis, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Thank you, but no thank you. Never on the daily. What's going on? What's going on? So okay, so
Hey, Miss
now
Dad, Miss Mary.
yeah, that's my girl. Nevis. For those of
Yeah,
you
that's
guys who
mine
don't know,
too. That's mine too.
check out Nev's page, Nev on the daily. She does a lot of shopping and showing good deals and where you can get good deals from. Yeah, so make sure you guys check out Nev on the daily. I'm gonna read
Yeah.
Honeybee B's comment. Yes,
Hey,
I
Nev.
agree. I agree. So you better have connections with the locals or someone who knows the place so they won't charge you extra foreign price. Exactly. In most cases, when I'm traveling, I always, I always usually give my money to my, to the local and let the local pay for everything, just so
Yes.
I don't get scammed. You know what I mean? And that's what I would advise if you're traveling. Make sure you link up with a local and have the local pay for everything. That way you can avoid being scammed. You know what I mean? Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. And can I piggyback off of that when you say that? Because I know some people be like, yo, I ain't giving up my money. But we
Hmm.
ain't talking your full money. If you going out to eat, if you going to get you some sneakers or something, some shopping or whatever, you give them $50, $100, whatever. Here, hold this, and you keep the rest of your money. That's what he
Hmm.
mean. Give them your money, and then when because I follow that rule too. That's in my travel guidebook, right? When I'm
Uh-huh.
traveling, it's all my thing is locals talk to locals. Nobody talks to the foreigner. Just like
Hmm.
building my house. In one of my videos, you'll see I'm never paying the the locals. I got
Hmm.
another Filipino or Filipina that does the paying. Nobody
Hmm.
see money come out my pocket. I always tell them I'm broke. I don't have money. They're paying for it. This is out
Hmm.
their dime. That's their
Hmm.
money. It ain't my money. But
Right.
I already did the transaction where I slid them money before it's
Uh-huh.
time. Yeah.
Right.
That way they don't try to hit you with the poppy. Can you help me? My mother's sick. I need a
Hmm.
little extra this week. I'm like, I ain't
Uh-huh.
got no money. Talk to that Dominican or talk to that Colombian, and the Colombian's gonna set them straight. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because they're gonna treat the money like it's theirs, and they're gonna tell them, no, you know what the rate is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So to piggyback off of you, yeah, I do it all the
Okay.
time. I live by it.
Me
Yes.
too. Me too.
Yeah, I live by it.
Yeah, shit. We trying to save money. You know what I mean? Not waste it.
Yeah, right.
Word.
Yeah.
So tell
Yeah.
me. So now that you have property in DR, you got property in Asia, and you're actually in the building process with both you're building two homes at the same
Right.
time. That's commendable, man. I mean, I have my hats off to you because for me it's just been,
Thank you.
it's been a journey for me to say the least. But from your perspective, tell me what is, like in terms of like the cost, what is the difference in the cost opposed to buying materials in Asia versus DR?
All right. So to give y'all the best picture ever, the difference is The easiest way that you can understand, whatever you paying in the DR, you're paying half the cost in the Philippines. So my
Wow.
lesson to myself is, if I would have known what I know now, I would have hit the Philippines first. I would have got the house that I want, like I want in the DR, and I probably would be done already.
Mm,
Right?
mm,
So less
mm,
than a year and a half of build. But to give y'all a better number, um, when you build buildings in real fast, when you build it in the U.S., when you build it in the U.S., blocks in the U.S. is about 389 a block. My
mm-hmm,
house in the Philippines is 1,500 blocks. Right?
mm-hmm.
I did the math on that. That come up to 5,800 and change worth of blocks I got to pay.
Okay.
Philippine blocks is 19 pesos, which is 33 cent a block, which
That's
for the same
ridiculous.
1,500 blocks, I'm paying $480 for the 1,500 blocks. So I just
Wow.
shaved off what, 4,100,
That is
right?
amazing.
And your
Wow.
blocks is your house. The blocks
Uh-huh.
is the house because that's your whole frame, right? So once you
Exactly.
got the frame up,
Exactly. You're
yeah,
good. You're
yeah,
good to go. You're good to go.
yeah,
Wow. So you mean to tell
yeah.
me you know
So that's
because
how much money you get to save. Yeah.
I believe the cement blocks in Dominican Republic now. I think it's like 50. It's a dollar a block, almost. Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
about a dollar. A
yeah, yeah.
dollar.
It was like
That's
82. Yeah,
right.
but now it's
Right.
about a dollar. Right.
Yeah, it's about a
Yeah,
dollar now. So
yeah. That's
damn,
why I say about half.
wow.
Yeah,
So you're saving
yeah.
70 cents per block building in Philippines. That's wow. Wow.
Oh,
Wow. That's amazing, man. That is amazing. So
I'm I'm moving around. I'm sorry, JD. I'm moving around.
oh no,
Just
you
make sure
good,
I
bro.
keep good signal
Nah, you good.
because until my house get built, then I get the Wi-Fi I need, and my internet is gonna be outstanding.
Okay.
Yeah,
So tell
yeah.
me, I know you building out in the province. So tell me, like, what's it like living, living out in the province of Philippines, opposed to because you have a house in the countryside of Santo Domingo. So tell me, what is the difference between the both?
Uh the difference is, well, in the Dominican Republic and the Philippines, the communities are both beautiful. You know how that go. They
Mm-hmm.
once they get to know you, everybody's invited and they'll help you out.
Right,
They'll
right.
they the people that will give you the sugar, or like they be walking past your house and they'll bring you a bushel of plantains that they just cut down, stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. That's both sides of the fence, right?
Okay. Okay.
But the that's the same. The
Mm-hmm.
difference is, I think in the Philippines they're more communable, if I'm saying it right.
Yeah, communal,
So
communal.
yeah, so where your neighbors in the DR help you a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
you got some that may put their nose up to you, or may even try to rob you, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so let's be
Mm-hmm.
real. The Philippines, that nobody's trying to rob you. They got locks on their door that they use only like bedtime.
Oh
Other
wow.
than that, they back in the day where you go to a neighbor house or whatever, that door is either open or unlocked.
Mm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and you just walk up, knock on the door, or just sit down on a porch, whatever. You can just have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And the Philippine, okay, the thing about the Philippines is they lead with their stomachs, their food. So
Okay.
when you come to visit, the
Uh-huh.
first thing after the hellos is they're having you eat.
Mm.
So when
Mm.
you visit, they for some, as poor as they could be,
Mm-hmm.
they always have food. I
Mm.
don't care what you say, they're gonna have food.
And
Yeah.
and and
So
from
so I
no, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
no, I hear you was breaking up. Go ahead, say again.
No, I was saying, you were saying that they always have food, and I'm just like, bro, when I talk to you almost every day, they constantly feeding you. I mean, constantly feeding you. I'm like, yo, Jeff, you gotta slow down, bro, because in the Filipino culture, they eat a lot of rice, and
Yes.
even in our culture, we love rice. African American,
Right.
whether you're African American, whether you're Caribbean. My pops growing up, he always had to have rice on his plate. You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah, yeah. But I was telling Ariane, I'm like, I don't know if I could eat rice like that every single. I mean, they eat rice for breakfast, for lunch, and dinner. Opposed here in the states, we only eat it,
Yeah.
for lunch or dinner. You know what I mean? But yeah, they eat it three square meals a day. Like yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
With the
I
Dominicans, they don't eat rice at night.
No, no, no. Their
Yeah.
diet. They eat their heaviest meal during the day, and at nighttime it's kind of light. They don't really eat, and they do eat a lot of salads and stuff. But one thing I will say that to piggyback off of what you said in terms of as poor as they may be, they're not going to starve. And that's one thing I respect about the Filipino culture, based on what I've seen only through your eyes. The fact that they got their own cows, their own chickens, their own goats,
Yes.
just pretty much living off the land. And I always said, God forbid something happen, they're gonna be all right out there. They got everything to sustain themselves. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah.
that
Definitely.
when it comes to the country life and living in a province, you can't go wrong in that sense. You can't go wrong opposed to living in the cities, urban communities where everything is congested, and you're depending on the government to supply and demand. So
Yeah.
this is one of the reasons why I decided to pretty much build in the countryside, so that I can plant my own fruits and vegetables and
Yes.
pretty much live off the land. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so
That's
so
that's a, Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, 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 no. Go ahead.
Oh no, I can say that's another thing that triggered me to move to the DR and also the Philippines is because in North Carolina, even though I'm from Brooklyn, when I got to North Carolina, what you said I started doing. I became a beekeeper.
Uh huh.
Started doing producing my own honey. I got me
Mm-hmm.
some cows, sheep, goats, chickens, you name it, I had it. So I plan on doing the same thing in both
Mm-hmm.
countries. I want to have my own sustainable food.
Right.
And that,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Me too.
yeah,
Me too.
yeah.
So tell me, in terms of like the Filipino women. Now we're gonna talk about the Filipino women.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
We got one in here. We got one in here. I may
It,
have to tell her to get off. But
Honey
go ahead,
BB.
because she might call me a liar, but okay, go ahead.
Shout out to Honey BB. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of like the Filipino women versus Dominican women, and listen, guys, I don't want y'all to get offended. This is based on his
My own
experience. Okay,
butag.
this man has
Yeah.
had the pleasure of being able, to he's had the pleasure of being with both. So he's just giving you his personal experience. So please, guys, don't take it personal. But go ahead. So tell me,
Right.
like, the difference between the two.
The two women?
Yeah.
Um oh man.
Or even the culture for that matter.
Well, yeah, it's my dude.
Oh man, he's cutting up.
I'm
Just bear with him,
retired
guys.
video.
Oh
Is
wait, wait. Say that again.
yo, yeah,
Say
the
that
diff
again because you broke up.
I
You broke up. Go ahead.
I said Brooklyn Nomad, I am retired. It's a 2-minute video,
Uh huh.
right?
Okay.
Hey, don't waste none of your lifetime, right? Um the women in the DR, they come, but I'll put it this way. When they come through the door, they will cook, clean, take your shoes off, right? Definitely, love and dance with you, everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's them. And really, unless you're doing something stupid, there's not no drama, no argument, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Long, you gotta be, I'm talking about for the guys that's dating, not the ones that's out to not to smash and dash, not to have fun. We
Right.
talking about you just trying to be in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's your day to day. They'll take care of you, making sure you eating good, everything, right? So
Uh, you're chopping. I can't see
like,
the. Okay, go ahead. Go
oh
ahead.
man,
Now you
yeah. Let
you.
me get up. It's I'm good.
Yeah, you
Okay,
good. You good now.
yeah. The Filipinos are they are just every woman is nurturing and catering, but they're like nurturing and catering on steroids. Okay,
Damn. Not on
that's
steroids,
that's the
Jeff.
best. That's
not, on,
when I
not
say
on
look,
steroids.
you know what I'm talking about. Meaning this okay. This is what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
This is the best way I can give anybody a clear picture. When I'm in the Philippines,
Mhm.
and I ain't gonna lie, when I'm in Hong Kong, I'm gonna say it. There is no work, no thought process, nothing. When I'm like right now, only thing I have to worry about is how I'm gonna make money, right?
Mhm.
Okay. What kind of content I want to do,
Mhm.
and when I want to go to the bathroom. That's my biggest three issues and responsibility. The rest, like brushing my teeth, eating, the simple things in life we have to worry about. What clothes am I gonna wear? Right?
Mhm.
Stuff like that.
Mhm.
Doctor's appointments, any kind of appointments, even this live to get
Mhm.
up on time to talk to you.
Mm.
All that's laid out for me. That's the difference of them. That
Mm.
is, and they speak English versus Spanish, so it's much easier to understand. All that's laid out. I don't. There's no worry. That's why I say they on steroids. You get out. Well, you go to take a shower, and before you even think about taking a shower, it's it's bath time. Come on, go in the bathroom. I'm gonna wash you. Where you don't wash yourself, and they washing every nick and cranny.
Oh
Plain and
wow.
simple, right?
Wow. I mean,
Then, as soon as you
I
come out,
seen the videos. The proof is in the pudding.
yes, right. Then when you come out the bathroom and you sit down before you can even think about grabbing lotion, they're already lotioning your body.
mm.
Okay,
Mm.
lotion your body. I'm a black man. I suffer from ingrown hairs. Right.
Mhm.
I could be asleep and then I feel tweezers on my face, getting the ingrown hairs grooming me.
Wow.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I don't. The difference is you don't have to plan. You don't have to be like, baby, I'm hungry. You don't
Mhm.
ever have to say that. You know, I
Mm.
mean, unless you're really hungry, but they already know you need to
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mhm. Especially since you back and forth between Thailand and China. I mean,
yeah.
Philippines. The food is different. I tell people. I mean, I've had Filipino food. Have I been to Philippines? No, but I do know that they eat a lot of rice. Opposed to Thailand, they eat a lot of
Yes.
vegetables. They incorporate a lot of fresh vegetables into their dishes.
Who are you talking about?
Um,
Thailand or Philippines?
Thailand, Thailand.
Thailand. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
eat a lot of vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So, and then I'm gonna give y'all this. All the women, they they work harder than the men. See, man carrying chicken, woman carrying water buckets. You see, I don't know if y'all seen that,
I seen it.
but that's
I seen it.
so I will give that about Dominican women and Asian women. The women are pulling their weight with work.
Mm,
They doing some laborish stuff. You know,
mm.
I commend them on that. Like I
Yeah,
said, us
because you
Americans,
don't
we not
really. I
built for
mean,
that no more.
I mean, the difference. I can honestly say the difference between the Filipino women and Dominican women. Filipino women are more domestic in terms of as you see, she's walking around.
Yes.
Yeah, they. I find that they're a little bit more domestic than
Yes.
Dominican women. Dominican women,
Yeah.
they like to dress
Yeah.
up, look nice. Not to say that Filipino don't, but it's just it's
No,
more
yeah.
of a fad in that culture. But
Yeah.
I want to answer read some of these comments here.
Okay.
Honeybee says, "Yes, that's right. Just like what I am doing in the Philippines. Business to sustain your daily needs while having and enjoying your life living in Philippines." Nev on the daily said, "Brooklyn Nomad, which of the two countries you building a house in would you live in permanently?" That's a good question.
Okay, so permanently, um, DR, Dominican Republic, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
called Monte Plata. It's in the countryside. It's in the countryside, right?
Mm-hmm.
45 minutes outside of Santo Domingo. That's where I'm building my Dominican house. I live permanently now in Santo Domingo in my condo. That's where I live permanently. Okay, until the house is done. And then in the Philippines, I'm on a little island right off of Cebu to the right of Cebu. It's called Bohol in Ingabanga, right? If you can remember that word, Ingabanga, but Bohol, Ingabanga, that's where I'm looking right in front of me right now, where the workers are building a house here. And yes, living permanently in the Philippines as well. And and basically, I'm kind of doing how like people from New York do. 6 months in New York, and then you hit Florida for the wintertime, for 3, 4 months, whatever, the snowbirds. So just call
Nice.
me a snowbird. I'm in the
Nice.
DR. When those typhoon monsoons come, I hit the Philippines. When the Philippines
Mm-hmm.
start having their bad weather, I go to the
Go to
DR.
DR.
It's like that.
Right.
I just move around. But
Mm-hmm.
the cool, I'm gonna hit this plug, but and Jay knows this. The cool thing that we don't really tell people about building your own house is once you build your house, it's done. There's no more money coming out your pocket as far as mortgages or taxes. It's
Mm-hmm.
yours. So once your house is up and you in it,
Mm-hmm.
you're not paying that rent or mortgage or whatever the hell you want to call it anymore. You're living rent
Exactly.
free for the rest of your life. So now your money's really going far. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how you able to have two houses. Once they built, I ain't paying no more. The payments
Right.
stop.
It's
All my
done.
money becomes back in my pocket is mine. Yes.
And
Yes. That's the important thing.
Haitian gunman was gonna ask the same question I was about to ask you, but he got it before I asked. He said, "What's the price range on your build in the Philippines?" So even if you don't want to give your price range, tell the people what's the cheapest they could buy to the cheapest they could build in the Philippines, and we're talking about American standard style.
Okay. The Am I honest? The cheapest to answer two parts. Cheapest you could build Philippines and DR, right? Because there's a house next to me in the DR. I'm gonna say the cheapest, about maybe let's go with 8 to 10 grand. And this is realistically,
Where
right?
where 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 where, where
Okay.
at?
In the DR, you could build. There's a house by my house that the 3 bedroom, 1 bath,
Uh huh.
right? And in the Philippines, you could do it for about 8 grand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason why I say two parts is because that is also
Mm-hmm.
your house modernized like America,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Are you
So the
talking? Are you?
cheapest
Wait, wait, hold on.
is you could do it for the
Are you saying when you say 30 grand modernized? Are you saying that already constructed and just refurbished?
yes.
Refurbished?
I'm talking about constructed up. But we talking, let's say you build your house 1 or 2 bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
900,000 square foot. Not our size houses, right? Okay,
Right. Right.
okay. And then like yours is you had foundation issue that put you 20 grand in the hole because you had to deal with foundation. But if you ain't
Right.
have that foundation, you deduct that, you
It
would have
would well
saved 20
actually
grand. You
it didn't
get what I'm
cost me
saying?
20. Yeah, it
Yeah.
didn't cost me 20 grand
Right.
to level it. Nah. Uh I forgot how much I paid to level the land. It cost me maybe a couple of thousand,
Mm.
not nothing crazy. Like maybe like
Oh,
2,000
okay.
or something. Like yeah,
Well, okay.
just to level it, just to level it. Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, I'm saying if you got the perfect situation, it's leveled and all that, it'd be like 8 grand, right? You know, if it was that
In the
perfect,
Philippines, in the Philippines.
in the Philippines too, because I'm doing hollow block, you
Uh
know,
huh.
because I want the stronger. It's like the Three Little Pigs. I want
Right.
that doggone cement house.
Right.
But here they um one of the brothers got a bamboo house. It's a nice doggone house. It's made out of bamboo. And I'm
Okay.
telling you, I don't think he spent more than 6 grand. It's a 2 bedroom house,
Uh
one
huh.
bathroom. I'm thinking maybe he put about 6 grand into it
Okay.
off
All
of
right.
bamboo.
So okay. So
Yeah,
all right.
yeah,
So when you say an $8,000 home to build,
yeah.
is that with cement block? Is that with bamboo? Like what kind of materials are we
Oh,
talking about here?
the 8 grand, the
Yeah.
8 grand I'm giving you with cement. The eight
Okay.
grand I'm giving you with cement. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I'm just moving around because I want to make sure my signal stay good with you guys. So y'all
Yeah.
see me
Yeah. I mean,
moving?
you
Yeah.
okay? You okay as of now? You okay as of now?
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah. So that's we.
Uh huh. Right. Right. Yeah. And you know what? Okay, and this is another a question that has been raised because you know I've been following your channel. Your channel is growing a lot, and I've been reading some of the comments of some of the people on your channel, and I noticed because you know I have gotten this too on my channel as well, and I think people need to know this. You know, you were catching a lot of flack about paying the workers, you know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
A
She just
lot of
walked by, bitch seven.
oh, okay, okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
um, a lot of the viewers were complaining about, you lowballing the workers, saying that you should be paying them more than what the rate is, and
Yes.
for those people, because I'm building a house too, and for those who are looking to build a house, when people have that kind of mentality, right? You see what happens when you are paying more than what you're supposed to pay, and it's nothing wrong with tipping somebody after services are rendered, right? But when you start upping the price, what happens is prices start going up everywhere, and then this is where
Yeah.
people start complaining. See, it's people from the states, not just from the states, Europe, Canada. They move into these countries and they start investing. And once, I'm not saying all, but some of them, they're like, oh well,
Mm-hmm.
how much it cost? Oh, it's only $10. I'll give you 15. You guys got to stop that mentality, because that's only hurting us, and it's hurting the people behind you that's looking to build, and it's also hurting the local people. They don't realize that it affects them. I'm talking about local people who are looking to build. We when we do
Right.
that, we start to price out the local people. And that's preventing them from buying and building. So we got to keep that in mind. Pay the price that's supposed to be paid. And if you don't, if it's nothing wrong with giving a tip, but please, guys, y'all gotta stop that. Just pay what's supposed to be paid, and if you
Yeah.
want to tip at the end, by all means, tip. You know.
All right. Let me piggyback off that. So for those that have traveled, and this is what most traveling people talk about on YouTube anyway. Let's take Puerto Plata, right? When you talk to people now, it's man back in the day, Puerto Plata, I could come and I could rent me a spot for $15, $20, right?
Hmm.
Now they talking about spots that's just is starting to be expensive, $100 a night, $200 a night. Why? Because people coming in, they paying extra. They, as you say, they overflate and everything. They raise their prices. Other
Hmm.
people can't even live there. But the piggyback off of what you said, I got up to walk. Let me show you this right here. 'Cause this is where I catch flack at. You see this lady? I call her Miss $7, right?
Uh-huh.
Now she's
Yeah,
cleaning up somebody else's house.
you got
Four
a lot
hundred
of flack from
pesos,
me. You got a
10
lot of
hours.
flack from Miss $7.
Yeah,
You got a
yeah,
lot of flack for
yeah, right. So 400
that.
pesos, 10 hours of work. This is what she do every day in her life, right?
Mm.
I come
Mm-hmm.
along, I pay her the same thing. Everybody tell me I need to hit her in the head with $10 an hour. How dare you pay her so low? The whole neighborhood pays her this rate. When I
Mm-hmm.
asked her how much do I pay you, she says $7. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
how am I gonna come into somebody else's neighborhood, ask me to pay? I'm paying you thousands of dollars more, right?
Right.
Then I'll have all the neighbors looking at me like, yo, what you doing? We can't afford what you can afford, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they gotta look
Exactly.
at it too. Yeah, because
Exactly.
I'm flooding it. Just because my money go a little further than yours, don't mean I come and I try to ball out and be like, well, I'm gonna give her big money because she getting little money. But then everybody else that only got little money, they looking
Mm-hmm.
at me like, yo, get out of our neighborhood. We don't want you here. You messing us up.
Right.
So,
And,
you know,
and
that's
and
something
you
they
can't
gotta consider.
and you can't blame her
Yeah,
for that. You can't. All right, I'm
yeah,
gonna ask.
yeah.
I'm gonna read some of these questions. We got two questions. Neville and Deli says the house materials in Jamaica is high, but my husband and I can't wait for it to be done. Me, and
Uh-huh.
your husband. I can't wait for mine to be done too. That way we can come to each
That's
other's
right.
houses and visit. Word, like
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. I'm
that's
waiting
what.
for Nev to
Yeah,
invite me to Jamaica.
right. I'm as
Yes.
soon as the house is done, Nev, we there. We there on the next plane
Yeah.
smoking. Word. Charles Joe. Charles Joe says, does the 8,000 in DR or Philippines for cement walls or does that include interior finishes? Nah, I'm gonna tell you that that doesn't include interior
No,
finishes. No,
no, no,
absolutely not.
that's not
No.
your, yeah, that's not your appliances, none of that stuff. No.
Mm-hmm.
Because the difference with their house, I'm gonna show you right now. Here we go. All right. Let's go back. Let's pull up. You see this house? Right? See the house, two-story house? What
Uh-huh.
do you see right here? No windows. They just got screens, right?
Oh
I know
wow.
Americans is like, what? No windows. And then when
Uh-huh.
you walk in, you see the floor?
Uh-huh.
This
It's
is
cement.
this is the cement concrete floor, right? You
Uh-huh.
got you got the bedroom steps going up, you know. So this is, and that's the room I stay in actually, right? Cool room,
Uh,
but
uh-huh.
but this is it. You got cement floor, so you don't even have your tiles.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
So like no tile, and
Mm-hmm.
then some houses like this right here.
They in Dominican Republic they call it pañete. They call it pañete. Uh huh. Right.
So
Right.
this is just having a pañete on. You
Uh
don't
huh.
you don't they ain't paint it or anything like. And from the history of this house, since their dad, the original house was a wood house. So the brother wanted to keep the original beams in memory of his dad.
Uh
So
huh.
I thought that was kind of cool. So all the original beam, the wood beams,
Uh huh.
right? Ins- Instead of cement beams, they incorporated that in the house from the original house, and they made this house bigger.
Oh
So
wow.
when I give y'all, when I that's why I said if you're doing it the locals way.
Mm-hmm. For about so that's the kind of house you would get for 10,000 if you were to do it the local way. 8,000. Uh huh. Right. Right. And Nev said in Jamaica they call it rendering. So yeah, DR they call it peñete. Jamaica they call it rendering. Yeah. Hmm.
Painted ceramic, all that
Hmm.
good stuff,
But
right?
that all depends on where you live, though. You know what I mean?
Right,
It
yeah,
that
right. The
that that
material and all that.
that plays a
Yeah,
major part We got to keep that in
Yes.
mind, depending on
Right.
where you live. Now, if you are looking to move into the tourist areas like Puerto Plata, where I live, and Cabarete
Oh,
and Sosua, and those places, you're gonna pay out your ass. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you
right.
now.
Yeah.
And not
Yes.
just for materials, for labor, for everything. Now, if you're looking to
Yeah.
move out to like a place where Brooklyn Nomad is, where he's more inland, you know what I mean? It's a little
Yeah.
bit more cost effective, only because
Right.
it's like, how far is the beach near where you live? Like, you got to access a beach.
Uh,
How far do you got to
well,
drive?
here to the beach.
No, no, I'm talking
I
about
don't
in.
know.
I'm talking about no, I'm talking about in DR. How far from where you live
Oh,
do you
DR,
go?
DR. If I want to go to the beach, I'm 45 minutes away. Boca Chica, I
Right.
think is my closest beach. Boca Chica. Yes.
Exactly. So if you live in
Mhm.
a town like that where you got to drive 45 minutes away to access a beach, more than likely it's going to be a little bit more inexpensive. You know what I mean? So just keep
Yeah,
that in mind. It
and the
all
prices
depends.
is cheaper. Yeah.
Right. It all depends on your location, guys. All depends on the location. I'm just gonna read Honeybee B's comment. That depends on how big your house is. My other house in the province is a two-story house. Roof is around 350,000 pesos, about 6,000 in your money. Okay, so that's not bad. She paid about 350,000 Filipino pesos to do her roof, and she has a two-story home. Not bad,
Yeah.
not
Nice
bad.
house too. Yes.
So
Yeah.
you seen the home, Jeff? You seen the home?
She sent me pictures and videos of it. It's not
Okay.
bad, and I seen the inside.
Honeybee B, I look
Bayang
forward to
Butag.
coming. I look forward to coming out to Philippines and checking your house out too. For real. I look forward to it. And guys, we got 9 people. We got 9 people in the chat, man. I'm gonna need y'all to keep them likes up. Please hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. It don't cost nothing to hit that like button. All right. But okay,
That's
so
true. Hit that like. Hit that like.
yeah, hit the like, guys. Hit the like. So another question, in terms of like the cost of labor, in comparison to DR, what would you say that's like? The cost of labor in DR
Uh,
in comparison to Philippines?
cost.
Uh, yeah, you're a little choppy. I hear you, but you're a little choppy, my brother.
All right. How about now? Is it a little
Yeah,
better?
you're good. You're good. Yeah.
All right. So it's the what you call it? DR. I don't know. Right.
Okay.
The DR. The DR is I don't know how to do their pricing in the DR, man. I really
That's
don't know.
because that's because the way you do. Okay, I will say that.
Yeah.
I go
Yeah.
ahead. Go
Go ahead, take over,
ahead.
take over. And
No,
I
because
explain why I say I don't know.
no,
Yeah.
I understand why you say you don't know, because the way Brooklyn Nomad is doing his build in Dominican Republic is that he's doing it in a strategic way, to say the least. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Opposed to me, I pretty much, I have my team of people, and I pretty much pay per job. You know what I mean? And Brooklyn
Right.
Nomad, he pretty much pays as he goes along.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the difference between him and I. And we have compared, prices, with certain things, and there's certain things he has paid less for, and there's certain things that I have paid less for that he has paid more for. So it all depends, as I said, on the location of where you live. But okay,
Right.
so since you're not really sure of
Yeah,
uh
cause I mean, to piggyback off of you, like you said, you know, it seemed like they give me a base rate of whatever my materials are. They
uh-huh,
want to charge me like just 20% lower than what my materials are. So
right,
what I've been doing is I've been starving my men out, right? So
uh-huh,
I have them work 1 month, and then I'll get them dependent on that money, and then when they come back and they tell me something like it's going to cost you, I'm just going to give you some numbers in pesos, right? It's
mm-hmm,
going to cost you 200,000 pesos. So 200,000 pesos may be 400,000. I mean $4,000 in labor. I'll
uh-huh,
tell them, yo, I don't have that right now, even though I got the money. I say, I don't have it. You're gonna have to wait another 2 weeks for me to get the
uh-huh,
money, Or
Mm-hmm.
if you can do it for, you know, 180,000 pesos, and let's say that's going to cost me like 3,700,
Uh-huh.
36. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I can pay you that now if you want to start, but I can't do it for that amount. It's like up to you. You want to start today for
Mm-hmm.
37, or you want to wait to get your 4 grand. You see what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? And
Right.
depending on
Right.
how hungry their stomachs are,
Uh-huh.
they'll knock that $300-400 off.
Right.
So I've been in the money, right?
And
I
yo,
starve them out. I ain't gonna
that's
lie.
an
That's what
I'm
you got
not
to
that's an
do.
excellent strategy. Only because
Yes, yes,
we all know in Dominican Republic we people have gotten scammed. So you got to do what works for you. And
right.
one thing I will tell you guys is that if and when you start getting into your construction and start building, just keep this in mind now. You keep this in mind because this is how you cut out the middleman. When you are hiring your master builder to build your home, okay? In most cases, the master builder is only skilled at doing the structure of the home, making sure the cement block, and they're just pretty much overseeing everything. So, with that being
Right.
said, in most cases, when it comes to like the electric and plumbing, they bring in their own people. And, what happens is when they bring in their own people, they end up upcharging because now whoever they bringing in, let's just say they're bringing in their plumber. Now the plumber's got to pay the master who's overseeing the project a certain percentage because they're bringing them
Yeah,
in.
percent.
You
Yeah.
see, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so if
Yeah.
you can avoid that, by bringing in your own people, opposed to taking, just make sure, guys, that whoever you bringing in is skilled at what they're doing. Okay, make sure that they're
Yeah.
skilled at what they're doing. So, with that being said, guys, yeah, with that being said,
Hey,
make
how's
sure,
everything?
please, guys, make sure that
Yeah, I had breakfast. Thank you.
you bring in your own
Hmm.
people so that you can save money. You know what I mean? Because it
Right.
has happened
Yeah.
to me, and I've learned. So now, like, if I had to do this whole building process all over again, I know exactly what I need to do so that I can save money. You know what I mean? And
Right.
that's the
Yeah.
best advice I can give you guys. I'm telling you, if you can
Yeah.
do it, bring in your own
Now,
people, bring your own electrician, bring your own plumber, whoever's skilled at doing the roofing, bringing your own people, because once you do that, it's gonna cut and cost. That makes sense. Yeah.
yeah. Now, I like to piggyback off of that. The only backfire, and we know that happens, is when the um master carpenter, or whatever you want to call him, if he sees you doing that, he can't stop you from bringing in your own people, right?
No. No.
But you gotta warn them if it backfire and that plumber or carpenter or electrician can't make it,
Uh
right?
huh.
Or can't do the
Yeah.
job or don't do the job, then they wanna hit you with a dog on another foreigner
They
fee
want to
for
up the
how dare you
price.
try to take my
Try to.
money away from me fee.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
said that.
So you gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would double back on you. So it's a double-edged
You
sword.
you right.
You know,
Right.
yeah. And
You right. Because it happened.
Dominicans,
I'm glad you said that.
yeah,
I'm
Dominicans,
glad you said
the
that.
Dominicans are masters at getting our money, right? So I don't even
Oh
call it a
yeah.
scam. It's a business of get that foreigner's money. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so they're
Mm-hmm.
masters. Now, taking you to since you haven't been building in the Philippines, I got set rates here, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
the cool thing is I got three what they call master carpenters,
Uh-huh.
right? I got three. So my first master carpenter that started the job, his was, which I like that number better when you ask me about numbers. His was 750 pesos uh,
Mm-hmm.
um, a day, which comes
Okay,
out to
which
twelve
is which is
dollars and
the
45 cents.
wait a minute. So you paying
Twelve
your master
forty-five,
builder, wait,
right? A
hold up.
day.
Hold up, wait. Come
My-
again. So you said that you're paying your master builder $12.45 a day?
A day. A day. See, that's what I like. I like numbers. I want to know how concrete what I'm
That's
paying you.
that's insane. That's insane.
Yes. So, and that's why I said the building here is cheaper. So I pay him that a day, and then I had originally three workers that they're just laborers, right? That's under
Okay.
him, three of them, and I was paying them my own boot time. Right. So okay, okay, all right, yeah. So I tell you, Philippines are they stop, they talk to you everything, right? So
Mm-hmm.
so then so then three workers. I had three workers. I went to four so I can get faster work. Um, I was paying them. I thought I had to pay them 550, but it came out to 450, which came
Mm-hmm.
up to $8 a day for each worker.
Wow.
Okay, so
Wow.
and I pay them 6 days a week times all of that. So I was spending like $230 a month. I mean a week for labor. Something like $900 because somebody wouldn't show up one day. But but for the most part, I was averaging about $900 a month if I do a month worth of work. Right.
Wow.
But
Wow.
at least this is numbers I can track. Now because we're getting ready to go to we're doing the beams. We're doing the beams. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they told me we need two master carpenters because unlike unlike the DR, all the workers are skilled to do everything. Right? They workers
Right.
are skilled, and I'm just gonna call him master carpenter. He gives them the direction. He really don't do too much working. He'll do some fine
He's
tune
just
work. Yeah, he
overseeing everything.
oversees. Right.
Okay.
But the master carpenters work here. So I don't know how it worked out, but the numbers I got, because again, Filipino talk to Filipino when it come with the
Mm-hmm.
money, I'm not in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It came out to Master Carpenter, new Master Carpenter said give him 700 pesos, which that probably dropped it down to even $12, 11.45. The second Master Carpenter gets 650 pesos. So we had like $10 an hour
Mm-hmm.
for him. And then I got two workers, and I think I'm still paying them the 450.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm saving money. I'm saving money. And the reason being is if you could see this, I'm trying not to lose signal, but I don't know if you can look over the tree line. You see those two pillars up there? Can you see that,
Mm,
JD?
let me
Or you can't?
see. Where the blue is? Is it where the blue?
It's brown.
Mm,
Straight in front of you. It's brown and gray.
okay, you
So they're
talking about those
building they're
posts?
building my beams right
Yeah,
now.
I see. Yeah, I see him. I see him. I see him. All right, go back because you're starting to get choppy. It's starting to chop up.
All right, I'm running away. I'm running
Yeah,
away.
it's starting to
All right, I
chop
don't want
up.
to lose you.
So for those of
But
you
yeah, so they're
guys who
doing.
for those of you guys, hold on. If those of you guys that want to see a Brooklyn Nomads project, just
Yeah.
go on his channel, Brooklyn Nomad, and check it out. He's got a full video of the starting process of his home. So let me ask you a question for people who might be curious to know. What would you say the startup was just to do? Let's just say, for example, the foundation. Like, what was your total startup for a person that's looking to get started? What would you say they would need first off, I'm
DR.
sorry. First off,
DR.
how big is your place like this in terms of the square
Oh,
footage?
okay, in Philippines, I dropped it down. My 30 by 34 comes up to 1,020 square feet,
How many
right?
square I'm sorry, how many square feet?
1,020.
1020. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's got one level, because the other DR I'm doing doggone 3-story, all that. I'm not doing that again. You
Uh-huh.
know. All right. Don't need it. Don't need it at this point in my life, right? So
Mhm.
mine is my house was designed as the architect designed it as a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, living room and kitchen.
Okay.
I I tweaked it and I changed up the floor plans. I made it 2 big bedrooms, and then I made an office, a smaller
Mhm.
the office is 8 by 10, so my 2 bedrooms could get more room, right?
Okay.
And my office is where I'm gonna be able to do all my editing and stuff like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I'm like, I don't need a 3 bedroom because I'm not. If it was up to me, I probably would only did a 1 bedroom house,
Mhm.
just to save money or whatever. But I did two, just people visit, whatever. And plus, the office can also become, you can convert it into a small
To a
little
living
sleeping
space.
room.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
just for when a guest come. So, uh, what was the other question you asked me? Oh, the startup, startup.
Yeah, the startup.
I got this in my
Hey, what's
video.
going
I don't.
on? No, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I don't.
And
I don't. I don't believe this.
Honeybee said get a Globe SIM card so you can have a good signal. So you need to get you a Globe SIM card
Yes.
when you out
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
I plan on doing that on Monday. Thank you. I plan on doing that Monday. Um, so yeah, because I just got back from Thailand. What, yesterday? Day before? Yeah, yesterday. I
Yeah.
just returned. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give you startup costs in the DR. I think to start my house, I shelled out about maybe 6 grand just
Okay.
to start everything. Right.
Okay.
That's in the DR. Here, everything everything. And I did not need supplies, to be honest with you, right? I
Mm-hmm.
bought my supplies, but you know how they got to dig the zapato, the shoe, and the
Yeah.
holes and all that, right?
Right. Right.
So it came up to 14, I think 1467,
Mm-hmm.
right up under $1,500. But the
Wow.
1100 and like $91 I spent on supplies, I didn't even need to buy that. So you take away $1,100 to start building for them to dig and do everything they need to do just to buy the
Uh-huh.
wood and stuff. That would have been the startup would have been like 300, $400,
Oh shit, man.
and that's it. And
Wow.
then after they do everything, I would have went and bought my supplies. If I'd have went and bought my supplies, I
Uh-huh.
would have been buying my supplies this month now. But I bought the supplies, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I remember you bought them before you
Yeah.
went to Thailand. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And then, but since, because I was going to have them do that when I went to Thailand, I was going to have them stop. These guys kept working. And now I'm looking, I got one cement bag or one and a half,
Mm-hmm.
and my gravel and stuff, they still rocking all of that. So on Monday, I gotta re up on supplies. So I'm my supplies right now. I think I'm at 800 about $800 in supplies I gotta buy. That's
Okay.
where I'm looking at to
Mm.
get my next because I do, you know how we do everything in sections. You do
Right.
this, then tell me what you need, then I go out and I
Do
get the
that. Yeah, do that.
supplies. And
Okay.
for you guys too, if you building, that's how I recommend. If you paying your own money, we ain't talking about banks and all this. All this is coming funded out of me and JD's pockets on our houses
Right, right. We
and
ain't
Ned's.
borrowing
I
no.
already know
Right. We
there's
not
no
borrowing
borrowing.
no
So
money. This is straight from our pockets,
yeah,
guys. So if two brothers
straight
like
from our
us can
pockets.
do it, y'all could do it. Y'all could do this. and
Yeah.
and
Yes.
and and I
Yes.
told I told I
Honeybee,
told
everybody.
Brooklyn. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. No, so I'm saying, so since it comes from our pockets, that's why we not in a rush to spend more money, on stuff that we don't need
Don't
to spend
matter.
money on.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, I know. But because it's coming out of our pockets, you build in sections. It's do this when you get finished. I go buy the supplies. I don't give them money to buy the supplies and then they come back. Because for me, I found out also the DR, I got one Fattoria, the hardware store, one hardware store I go to, right? Um, a cousin here is who building a house, the one Mary Crest, where I did the little her house where
Yeah.
she said
Yeah.
her husband's rich, right?
Mm-hmm.
That video. She gave me a detailed sheet. She had notes to everywhere she bought her supplies. That was like, you get your cement from here because it's 20 cents cheaper. Get your hollow block over here because it's 10 cents cheaper. I mean, because every penny matters, right?
Of course,
So
especially
I
when you
go,
building. Oh yeah.
yeah. So it's just like the difference of, do I go to Home Depot today or do I go to Lowe's? Who got the
Mm-hmm.
cheaper price but the same product? Yeah.
Right.
So that's
Right.
that's how I do it here. Instead of going to one spot, I got four different hardware stores that I go to buy whatever I need only there. And
Mm-hmm.
and that's how you shave off the money, you know? That's
Yeah.
how you
Yeah.
shave off the money. Yeah. Because that 20 cent, 10 cent, that
It
adds
adds
up.
up. It
You
adds
know,
up. It sure
yeah, when you're
does.
trying to spend 20, $30,000, it adds up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man.
so there you go. Yeah.
Well,
Myron
all right,
Butak.
guys. We've been on. We're about 80 minutes into the live. I'm gonna read some of these questions before we close out. And if you
Mhm.
guys have any more questions, now would be your time to chime on in before we close out. All
Yeah.
right.
Get on
Um,
in there. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So Honeybee says, get okay, I read that. Honeybee says, my province house is 16 by 14, about 220 square meters. That's the size of my house. My house is like 220. So you're about 4 square meters. Your
Hmm.
house is 4 square meters more than mine. But once I'm done building the upper level and all in total, it's gonna be about 320 square meters roughly. Yeah, so
Okay.
she said
Good side.
225 square meters, about 2,400 square feet on my first level. But make sure you have to apply building permit in the engineering office, or you will be having a problem if you don't do so. You heard that? So
Correct.
yeah,
And see, I got yeah, and see here was good to have in your pocket versus DR. He just walked past me, and she know what this is. I got a barangay captain that's
yeah.
also assisting me. So
Okay,
he's technically equivalent. He's a politician,
okay,
right? Permits
okay.
and all that. So Philippines again, much easier to speak, easier to
Hmm.
make connections with people,
Right.
and that you know, in anything, you got to rub those elbows, man.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. Okay, well, I'm reading this comment here. Honey BB said, "Hey guys, I just want to share that to you. Barangay Captain can't do anything about that at all. Can't do anything about that all permits in the city from town or city mayor's office. All right. So keep that in mind.
Okay,
She's
okay,
putting you on. Yeah,
okay,
you might want to look into that with
yeah,
that whole permit thing.
okay,
Yeah, because
okay, gotcha.
yeah, even in Dominican Republic, guys, if you're building like in a zoning area where there's lots of tourists and stuff, in most cases you need a building permit before you even start construction. Now, if you're building in the compo places like where Jeff and I are building Brooklyn Nomad, that's something different. You don't really need any permits, but I keep
Right.
telling people that is going to change, because once the government realizes that, yo, they building out these houses, and no permits, they're going to start changing those and regulating that. And it's coming. I'm almost for
Oh
certain
yeah.
that's coming.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
Oh
coming.
yeah. You're gonna get like I got in Monte Plata. You're gonna have because you almost finished too. I already got mine where they put that notice on my door because they see how big my house is.
Uh
You
huh.
tell me,
Uh
talking
huh.
about what they project my taxes to be,
Oh,
right?
Lord.
Because they're like
Lord.
let him, yeah, they basically like let him build his house first,
Uh
and then we're
huh.
gonna see how big or
Big
small
is
it is,
going
so
to.
we can come up. We don't want to give him he build up and we lose
Uh
money. We want to wait
huh.
till he build up so we can get every dollar. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
But so I get it.
Yeah, man. But yo, guys, it's
Yeah,
8 of y'all in here. I'm gonna need y'all to hit the likes, hit the share, hit the subscribe.
yeah. You got six.
Um, I
Yeah,
appreciate you guys joining in. We are 82 minutes in, guys. Be sure to check out Brooklyn Nomad's channel. Definitely up and coming.
I appreciate it.
The numbers don't lie, guys. I mean, check out his content. He's building in Philippines, building in DR. Um, he's traveling all over Asia, so I'm sure you guys could appreciate that. Is there anything else you want to say to the viewers before we close out, Brooklyn Nomad?
No, just I appreciate you guys. Y'all don't know how great of a help y'all are to me, JD and Nev, just by coming on and watching us and following us. We all appreciate you guys. We just
We
want to say
do,
that.
we do.
Y'all are what makes us, and this is why we do what we do. Not on the building side, but this is why we trying to give back the information. So
Right,
I just
right.
I just wanted to give the viewers they do just because
Mm-hmm,
they the
mm-hmm.
ones that come on and watch friends and family. You
Yeah,
know?
facts. Y'all really do.
Yeah.
I really do. And I can't stress that enough. Like I really appreciate the love and support, man. Like Jeff said, y'all the reason why I keep doing it. You know what I mean? The feedback is what keeps me going. I do it because of the feedback, man. I really do. But with
Right.
that being said,
Right.
guys, y'all be sure to check out some content I'm putting out this week. They're in the process.
Okay.
They're actually doing the flooring right now, guys. I got some footage, but I'm excited. I'm loving. You seen the footage, Nomad. I'm
Yes.
really
That's why I'm
excited.
shaking my head.
With
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the flooring, it looks phenomenal so far. So I'm really happy with that. So y'all stay tuned for that content. And be sure to be checking me out in the future, guys. I'm heading to Asia. Me and Jeff is gonna be linking up in October. We're gonna do an Asia vlog. Also, while I'm in New York, guys, I'm doing a lot of food tours and food vlogs. So be sure to check out that content as well. And if anybody is looking to come on the platform and share their experience and their story in terms of building, dating, relationships abroad, by all means, you guys can contact me at taylorjayson01@gmail.com, and I'll be glad to have you on the platform, man, to share your experiences, man. I think that sharing people's life experiences is a way of helping others. You know what I mean, so that they know how to navigate, whether it be in a relationship, real estate, foreign investment, whatever. All right. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate all the love and support. Until next time, I'll be talking to y'all soon. Y'all take care.
All right. Peace out.